Good morning, everyone. Not sure if you can hear me. The wind is actually blowing pretty good, as you can see. This morning, well, it's not just this morning, but every morning, I tend to think about a lot of different things. And one of the things that came to me this morning was just a typical idea of 888, right? I've been seeing that number a lot lately. And so from 8, what I know about them, they stand for self-care. 8 is also the number of fate. 8 is also the number that holds the power of infinity, so there's that. And of course, well, when you think about the number 8, it comes right after the 7, which is thought process and analyzation and reanalyzation of whatever it is that you've experienced in your daily life, which is a 6. So, that being said, if you take 8, well, it depends on how you get that 8. You know, you can have 5 plus 3, you can have 4 plus 4, 3 plus 7, whatever the case is. That all depends on how you see the numbers and how you can calculate them and put them into the context of your life. But 8, 8, 8, what does that mean? Well, in my observations of numbers, when you start to see them frequently, that means that that situation is basically popping up, right? Or that it's an imminent event that's going to happen. Let's say in the case of 555, or in the case of 888, it's something that must be done in order for you to reach whatever goal you need to reach. Consider it a prerequisite. So if we're considering prerequisites, that means that 8s are prerequisites to 9, which means that in order to provide for humanity, to be a humanitarian, to be a philanthropist, which is what the number 9 is about, you need a self-care for yourself. Once you have enough care for yourself and you have the ability to generate the resources necessary, then you can be a philanthropist. That's the whole point between the movement between 8 and 9. So 888. So 888 as a 8 3 times type of energy. It means that there's intensity in that, and that means that there's an intense need for that self-care to be applied in one's life. Now 8 plus 8 is 16, which is a 7, right? Which is the step prior to that. That means that you've already done the necessary step of thinking and analyzing, and now the only thing that's necessary is action and movement towards self-care. So 8 plus 8 equals 16, that equals 17, right? If you have 17, if you have a 7 and then you have 8, well, what's 8 plus 8? That's 16. But in this case, it would be 15, which 1 plus 5, which is action and positive change, creates 6, which is a change in your everyday life. So the 6 to the 7 to the 8, it's essentially understanding what the movement of the energy is. And if you go from 6 to 7 to 8, the changes that you do on an everyday basis just aren't working for your self-care. It's not working for your spirituality. It's not working for your feelings. Think about the 8 of Cups and how the guy is walking away from these cups, which signify emotions. These 8s, they seem to denote some type of need for personal self-care, personal satisfaction, and the need for it's very, very personal. So with that being said, 888, if you take all the 8s, and you put them together, it creates 6. 2 plus 4, making positive changes from stability. That can only happen if you self-care. So with that being said, you guys go ahead and comment down below. Not really sure how you guys feel about this, but If you feel like this is useful for other people, go ahead and share it. If you feel like this is useful for yourself, go ahead and subscribe, do all that fun stuff. And yeah, so with that, I'll go ahead and see you guys on the next video, and it's probably going to be something mind-blowing like that too. Actually, you know what? No. I won't even end it right now. I'm going to continue this. So let's just put it this way. If 8 is the number of self-care, and 7 is the number of analyzation, and 6 is a number of things that happen on an everyday basis, then that means that things that happen on an everyday basis need to be analyzed in order for you to fulfill your soul. Which is basically what 6, 7, 8 is, as far as the progression goes. So, makes me think, self-care is necessary for the universe. I mean, it's not only necessary for the universe, but it's also necessary for ourselves to continue. There seems to be some type of connotation that well, I mean, not just that everything's connected, but that everything is connected in a whole lot more of a sense than what we actually understand. And I feel like we're just barely even just scratching the surface of what it means to be one. So, because I mean, you could be one in consciousness, right? But the whole signification of a ring and the circle being bound to the finger, right? The 9th finger is the fact that the 9th finger is what leads towards happiness, or rather, the number 9 and the energy of philanthropy, the energy of giving to others, the energy of sharing, right? The energy of bringing and lifting other people up. That's the number 9. And anytime you experience that energy, you're experiencing the 9 energy, which is meant to bring things to completion through love. So then if that's the case and everything's meant to be brought into completion with love, well then how are you supposed to give love unless you give self-love to yourself first, right? So if I follow this correctly, and I think I am following this correctly, it means that as you see 888, 888 is letting you know that abundance is right on the other side. You just need to take the action necessary that you've already thought of, that you've already put in, or you've already hashed this out in your mind so much that now the only thing is necessary is that self-care action. And well, I mean, I don't know if you guys do follow through with something like this. Maybe you have an issue in your life where people are encroaching in your space. People are encroaching upon your rewards, right? Maybe your vault door is open and you got a bunch of people coming to you, asking you for help, you know, more than usual, more than what used to before. So there's a necessary need for boundaries as well. Boundaries, I'm not sure if you guys have seen my other videos, but there's another one that I said about having boundaries and about having confidence in yourself. So confidence, strength, that's an 8 card too. It's actually the 8th card in the major arcana of the tarot. So self-boundaries create strength. Strength creates power. Power creates what? Well, whatever it is that you might use it for. If you want to use power for lust, you'd be able to. If you want to use power for influence, you'd be able to. If you want to use power for connections and access, you'd be able to. All of that comes from self-power. All of that comes from the power that you give yourself by not giving your power away to others. And that is what the number 8 signifies. It's a strength that's created by boundaries, but it can only be supplied by integrity. So keep that, guys, in mind. I mean, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start recording videos like this, because I always have these conversations in my head with me and the universe, but then there's nobody to ever share it with. So now, well, you know, I'm gonna start sharing it with you guys. And that being said, if you guys are interested in more stuff like this, you know, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell, just in case you guys want something personalized or maybe something, I don't know. I'll figure out how I do this channel. With that, you guys take care, and I'll go ahead and see you on the